In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create Windows RDP on DigitalOcean. By the end, you'll know how to spin up a cloud server on DigitalOcean and connect to it using remote desktop from your computer, with clear choices for region, image, size, security, and final setup. Start by heading to the DigitalOcean website and signing into your account. Once you're in, look for the Projects area at the top of the dashboard. Projects are a great way to keep your servers, storage, and networking neatly organized, so everything related to one workload lives in the same place. If you don't already have a project for this, create a new one, give it a descriptive name, and choose a simple purpose to keep your account tidy. Inside your project, open the Resources tab. This is the hub for everything you'll create. From here, choose Create Droplet. A droplet is DigitalOcean's term for a virtual machine, and that's what we'll use for remote desktop access. First, choose a region. Pick the location closest to you or to your users for the best latency and responsiveness. Within that region, select the specific data center option presented. If multiple data centers are available, any nearby option is fine, but keeping all resources in the same region helps with performance and predictable costs. Next, choose an image. For remote desktop, select a Windows Server image if it's available in your account or marketplace. That gives you built-in RDP support out of the box. If you prefer a Linux image, make sure it's a distribution or marketplace image that already includes a desktop environment and an RDP service. This avoids extra post-setup work. The key idea is pick an image that supports remote desktop so you can connect immediately after creation. Now choose the size. This controls CPU, RAM, and disks. For a smooth RDP experience, lean toward at least a couple of CPU cores and enough memory to handle the desktop environment and any apps you plan to run. If you expect heavier multitasking or development tools, step up a size to avoid sluggish performance. You'll see CPU options as well. General purpose is a solid default. If your use case involves consistent CPU-intensive tasks, a CPU-optimized option can be worth it. Otherwise, stay with a balanced plan to manage costs. If you need more disk space than the base plan provides, add additional storage here. Attaching a volume makes it easy to expand later without rebuilding the server. It's especially handy for logs, media, or large data sets. Consider enabling backups. Automatic backups add a small percentage to the monthly cost and provide weekly restore points. If this machine will hold important data or take effort to reconfigure, backups are a smart safety net. Choose your authentication method next. For Windows images, you'll typically use a password provided by the platform or generated at first boot. For Linux images, SSH keys are the most secure and recommended. Pick the method that matches your image and store your credentials safely so you can connect later. Finalize your details by giving the droplet a clear host name and optional tags. This helps you find it quickly as your account grows. You can also enable monitoring or IPv6 if needed. Review your summary to confirm region, image, size, and security settings. When everything looks right, click Create Droplet. Provisioning usually takes a minute or two. Once it's ready, note the public IP address shown in the droplet details. That's what you'll use to connect. On your computer, open the Remote Desktop application. On Windows, search for Remote Desktop Connection in the Start menu. Enter the droplet's public IP, then proceed to connect. When prompted, provide the username and password appropriate for your chosen image. The first connection may display a certificate warning. Confirm to continue. After logging in, give the desktop a moment to finish initial setup. If you use firewalls or cloud firewalls, make sure the RDP port is allowed so your connection can reach the server. Keep an eye on usage and costs in your DigitalOcean dashboard, and consider snapshots or backups before making major changes. That's it, your Windows RDP environment on DigitalOcean is ready to go.